Happy Sabbath, everyone. This is Karen Banks. I am Health Ministries Leader at Bladensburg Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I want to welcome you to our presentation today on the TwinDEMIC. I'm sure you all want to know what a TwinDEMIC is. Well, today you're going to find out what it is and find out how you can prevent yourself from being at risk. So the TwinDEMIC, that term actually first came about last year when it was determined that the flu was going to have a very severe year, along with COVID-19 in the fall and winter of 2020. But it didn't happen. And I'll tell you why. What happened was that there was a slight increase for those who took the flu shot. There were some people who decided, because of COVID, decided to take the flu shot. And in addition to that, there were fewer people who made contact with others, more people who stayed at home, more people who were more compliant in hand washing, sneezing, and coughing. And there was better ventilation. People were more aware of ventilation in rooms and therefore cracked windows and open doors so that there could be ventilation. According to the CDC, flu season was unusually low. There were fewer illnesses, fewer hospitalizations, and fewer deaths. So what is the difference between the flu and COVID-19? Both are contagious, of course. But let's look at the flu, for example. The flu's symptoms show up in 1 to 4 days. It is caused by a virus called the influenza virus. It could be either type A or type B. It usually happens and spreads in the fall, and the severity of the virus is not as severe as COVID-19. You're able to get vaccinations in September, October, and really throughout the flu season, but most importantly through September and October of any given year, and that usually gives you protection throughout an 8-month period where flu is contagious and is spread from person to person. So the flu vaccine has about an 8-month efficacy, meaning that if you take the flu shot, you're pretty much covered throughout the flu season. And there's no booster, you have to take it every year. Let's look at COVID-19 now. COVID-19, of course, we know is contagious. Symptoms show up in 2 days and as long as 2 weeks. The virus is called the coronavirus. It is spread throughout the year. Fall and winter are probably the strongest seasons where it is most contagious. It is extremely severe, leading to death, also with the flu vaccine as well, but COVID-19 has a much higher death rate than the flu. The vaccine you're able to take year-round, and when you do take the flu vaccine, it will last about 3.5 months or 108 days. And for this reason, a booster is needed in order to remain for the vaccine and to remain strong in your system. Okay, so let's compare the flu and COVID-19 a little bit more closely. You'll see that the flu is severe. It does have some common side effects as COVID-19. And right in that center section are the effects that are considered similar um, to COVID-19. And that is fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue or tiredness, sore throat, runny nose, and stuffy nose, muscle pain, body aches, and headache. What makes COVID-19 a little bit more different is the possibility of there being loss of taste and smell. That doesn't happen for everybody, but that seems to be the differentiating factor when you look at just a plain overview. Okay. So who is at risk? With the coronavirus and the flu, there is a strong possibility that it will probably take root this year, um, and that it will affect older adults, people of any age with a chronic disease, um, such as a heart condition or lung condition, kidney condition, neurologic condition, a liver condition. These people might likely be affected because of the way the virus does take place, does take effect in the body. In addition to that, people who are immunocompromised, those who have maybe HIV or AIDS infected, as well as those who have chemo, who take chemo for cancer, steroids, and um, and finally, those who are healthcare workers are at high risk of being infected just because of their close proximity to the person with COVID-19. And finally, those women who are pregnant or who have recently given birth, the risk of experiencing severe flu and severe COVID-19 are very strong. This comes from the World Health Organization, and they're the ones who made this information possible. Um, well, let's look at some solutions. First of all, you definitely want to get a flu vaccine or a COVID vaccine, extremely important. But you should not rely on this alone because that would not be likely to be as effective as taking some other measures. So we want to not just look at taking a vaccine to fix a problem, taking a pill to fix a problem, but looking at preventing the problem from taking place by building your immunity and being able to be ready for that virus or those viruses that may take root in your body. So here, of course, are some solutions that have to do with lifestyle. Again, do not depend on the flu vaccine alone. You must do your part in eating well, eating foods that are high in nutrients, and will help build up your immune system. You definitely want to exercise because in exercising, your heart pumps. When your heart pumps, it's circulating um, nutrients throughout the body. Very, very important not to sit still when you do get a flu vaccine or a COVID vaccine, but to make sure that your blood is circulating well and that you're eating well, that you're drinking water because kidneys are flushed, cells are flushed with water that is ingested that is taken in by mouth. It feeds the cells, it helps the cells stay healthy and to completely detox from your body. Also, you want to have adequate rest. 6 to 9 hours daily is recommended, and your body does have um, the ability to reset when it is at rest. So again, building up your immune system, building up your ability to fight viruses helps when you have adequate rest. The next thing is faith. Trust God that He has everything under control. There's no use taking a flu vaccine, trying to eat well, exercise, and then you're worrying half the time. That is not the way it is intended to be. So make sure that you do um, uh, increase your faith, and you will find that you will be much better off. The next thing, of course, is sunshine. Sunshine is where vitamin D um, intersects with the body, and the body is able to build its immune system just because sunshine is shining in our lives and in our skin. That information is helpful um, and can save you a whole lot of trouble when you realize that sunshine does boost your immune system. The next thing is self-control. Um, remember that when you are in control through God's Spirit, that you are able to resist all temptation, not some temptation, but all temptation. But you have to fully trust in God. And if you are able to understand what I'm saying that trust in God helps us to build our self control. When we have self control, we're able to resist the devil so that he can flee from us. Again, it is an important factor for us to consider that the flu virus and the coronavirus or COVID-19 virus that has mutated, of course, will present a problem in 2021, in the 21-22 flu season, in the winter season. So just be sure that you take all precautions necessary. Don't rely on the pill, don't rely on a shot. Make sure that you're doing your part in staying well. Thank you very much and happy.